Hi, Missy. Andrew Leisure here. As you requested, I have organized some information that may be helpful regarding the intercultural and international business etiquette practiced in India before your upcoming travel. I have a PowerPoint presentation to follow along with the written report that I've already submitted to you. You should have received yesterday. And this report provides detailed information that may help prepare you in your decision to expand internationally. The population of India is 1.2 billion. The capital is New Delhi, and right now the Indian rupee it equals one United States dollar equals 69.28 Indian rupee. I've listed three important recommendations that I think that you may consider in your decision to travel to India. The first one is the geography, some challenges, lifestyle, religion, navigation as a foreigner in India may be challenging. First of all, the climate is something to note. It is particularly rainy during their monsoon season between July and September, so consider that before you take your travel. Flights are averaging $1,350 out of Columbus International Airport or Dayton International Airport. Pack conservatively. You're going to be in a very busy country, and it might be a little bit challenging if you have a lot of luggage. So just be sure to pack conservatively and lightly in accordance to the weather as well. It's recommended that you actually pack yourself a scarf. That may be helpful, but for covering your face or your head in the instance of unpredictable weather or pollution. There is quite a bit of a religious influence in India. The primary religion is Hinduism. And so because of that, you'll see lots of temples everywhere. And if you decide to travel and explore a little bit, be sure to remove your shoes if you ever enter a temple. It's a very, very busy area, in inner city area, and there's lots of different types of transport, primarily using the bus or taxi. You can even hire a personal driver to get you around a little bit easier. So just be careful with that. I would also recommend preparing for any emergency, since you're so far away and may be traveling alone. So make sure you jot down the police number in any instance of any accident or act of crime that may occur. Food and water cautions are also something to note. Street food may not be as sanitary as you are used to in the United States, so just be cautious. You can come across disease or parasites, foodborne illness, while even consuming some of the water that may not be as clean as what you're used to here in the United States. And here's a few pictures here of the culture here in India. And this is a picture of the Taj Mahal that you may recognize. It's one of the most important temples in India. The food is delicious, although it's very spicy, so keep that in mind. The second recommendation that I have, it pertains to more interpersonal culture, business exchanges, practices, and customs. The formal dress is recommended that you just wear a full pantsuit or long skirt, primarily like you would in Western culture. It's just make sure that you're keeping things formal. Prepare for late hours. The business day doesn't happen until about 10 in the morning, sometimes runs late until 9 p.m. or so. First meetings are fairly typical to just shake hands. And sometimes other women don't feel comfortable shaking hands with other men due to religious purposes, and you can observe first before you decide to do that. Name titles are very important, so make sure you use Mr., Dr., Ms. It's very important to use the surname unless they give you permission to use their first given name. Personal relationships are really important. You're going to want to make sure you build your personal relationships correlating with your business relationships. This will help build goodwill, and it will potentially help close any sale that you're looking for. Dining together will happen. This is something that also will build goodwill, and you can really get to know each other while eating and understand there are some differences. You're going to sometimes run into a restaurant where you would scoop food with your right hand. Don't use your left hand, it's considered unclean. you will scoop food with bread, but in most restaurants you'll use a spoon and a fork. So that is the second point I'd like to make. And here's a few pictures of this experience dining with other people in India. These relationships in business are very important, and some of the business attire that they practice in India. Third point is more on the legal side of things. It's really important to understand some of the foreign direct investment policies. And there are four main types of entry. The strongest for us, for our company, is definitely the private limited company entry, because there is no government regulations necessary, and you can enter directly and invest 100% into your company. So understand some of the PLC guidelines that I've included in the written report, and starting a foreign business here in India is possible, and may just well be a good idea. So consider what the three recommendations that I've shared with you, and hopefully with any luck we can expand in India. If you have any questions at all, please contact me at a.leisure@globalinvestments.com, and I look forward to talking with you next. Thank you.